On this video, I'll be thinning out a EJ22 Subaru harness. This is part one, so it's like watching the grass grow. And that's my Subaru-based buggy in the background at Walker Valley. So, enjoy, enjoy. Here's me with my second lifted Subaru. Started out as an 87 GL wagon. And this is up here at Walker Valley near Mount Vernon, Washington. So, this is the same car before it got bobbed, also up at Walker Valley. Okay, let's see what's inside this box. See what we got in here. Looks like a Subaru wiring harness. A lot of things have been marked. Now, I don't need anything marked. A lot of people mark it up, but I just need the harness. Let's see. First thing I like to do is dump it out and see what we got. Do all the wires are. Make sure nothing's been chopped off that we need. So, what we got here? That is some extra thing. See that right there? That didn't even need to be shipped. I don't know what that is. Chopped off. That's garbage. Don't need that. Okay, so let's look at the plugs. We want to see the plugs. Go out to the engine and go to the ECU. So here we go. This one goes out the fender side behind the driver and goes to the motor. This is chopped off. That's okay. That's the lighting circuit. And this here goes to the alternator and AC unit. So, and that's fine. That looks good. So we're good there on that end. And then this goes through some plugs. See that right there? And here's the other parts that go out to the motor. Okay, so this one here goes to the transmission and some sensors. This one here goes to the rest of the motor. Looks like it's all there. That's the map and some other sensors. Okay, so now we just need the ECU, and here's the ECU. So we are good. We got all the plugs we need. Everything else is just extra. So also we want to find the, here they are, right there. So this is the main relay, the big brown one. Gonna be using that one, and this is the fuel pump relay. Gonna be keeping that. So I think we're good. All right, let's get going on this thing. These are, I'm not sure. They're nothing we need. The only things we need are those plugs I showed you. The plugs that go to the motor compartment, plugs that go to the ECU, and the main relay and the fuel relay. None of these wires will be used, okay? None of this, okay? The only wires that will be used are from the plugs under the dash, underneath the hood to the ECU. So the route from there to there is very important. These other routes, these things won't be used. It's like watching grass grow. This blade I'm using is not sharp, okay? I use one that's kind of half used up. That way when you're cutting on against the wires and stuff, you got more control. I wouldn't use a new blade. A bunch of these will need to be trimmed off, but we'll come back to that later. All the steering column stuff, not needed. So here's all the steering column plugs. They get chopped off. Also, you want to save this. It's the OBD2, the diagnostic plug for checking things out. So save that also. We got here cruise control. Won't be using that. These relays come in handy if you need a relay for lights or fan or whatever. Those are nice relays. We'll be thinning these out, pulling them through the harness. So it's good to get them nice and straight, not hooked to each other. And if you got something like this, sometimes those like to catch up. So let's get rid of that. Again, we're going to save these main relay and fuel pump relay. On this particular model, we're not going to be using most all of this, okay? Well, one of the options is just to chop it and forget about it. Because on this end, the only thing that goes to the motor is we got the alternator and the AC, and I think that's it. So one option is just to chop this and then later hook it up where it hooks up. So now we got this end. This end's on the passenger side. You're sitting in the driver's seat. This will be on your right. This stuff here looks like it goes to the dash. See this dash loom? Don't need to send that to me. I don't need that. Okay. So this all goes to the dash. This is kind of a handy thing right here. It's a little fuse box. So I'll snip that off, and if I remember, I'll send it back with the harness. So all this stuff goes to the right side of the dash. That's the door. I'm not sure what that is. It's like airbag. Yeah, airbag's usually yellow. So none of this. The only thing we need in here is this OBD. So I gotta snake that out, and then the rest of this, I'll just leave this like that, and I can just, I don't need to weed that. Just leave it as one chunk. Actually, there is one wire I need in there. The fuel pump wire. Fuel pump wire is black and red. Maybe. All right, there's that baby we wanted right there. So you don't really want to. Now here's the black with the red. Sometimes there's two of them. Let's see if this one goes back to the green. The green relay. Okay, if it does, then I grab the right one. Nope, goes back to nothing. So let's go back to the green relay. Okay, here's the relay. Okay, so what do we got in here? Yeah, see black with the red line. So let's pull on that thing. See where it goes. There it is. So that runs to the fuel pump. So that's fuel pump wire. Okay, we've got fuel pump wire, and we've got the what do you call this thing? Diagnostic thing. You know, these wires Y off into this. We don't want any of this. So just chop them off. See what we got for this one. Don't need that. What else we got? That one's just tangled up. It's not hooked on there. So let's untangle it. These go to there. See that one? It was hooked to nothing. It's something we cut off earlier. See that? Alright, so here's that plug. Looks like we're freeing it up, bringing it back. That's good.
Okay, all these wires just pull right out because all those plugs we cut off earlier. So what I'm doing is just
it's loose. Just start pulling.
just keep on pulling.
Remember all the plugs I cut off?
If one doesn't come, then I just put it to the side. If one comes, then I pull on it. So I'll go through these a bunch at a time like this, and probably get rid of 2/3 of it that are just loose. And the reason they're loose is because, like I said, the plugs, we cut the plug ends off. So that's what's happening there.
Okay, so here's that little fuse block. Could come in handy for something. And right there. Not sure what it was in the original car, but there it is. So that could be used for something. Put that aside and ship it back. We have a T here, a Y. Not sure if we're gonna need any of that, but if you pull on, you'll see if any loose ones. Like I see now, there's just that one. So let's take that. How about this? Yeah, see something there. Oh, see that one. You don't, when there's a Y, you don't know if it's gonna go back to the ECU or if it's gonna go under the hood. So you have to be careful when there's a Y. Only chop the part you know goes away. So get down there, huh? Put a squad here. Down these. So on this side, for this particular model anyway, it doesn't hook into the other harness. Hook into the battery, and then a hot with a key, I think, and then the AC. So. All right, well, let's step back and see where we're at. This is the part I need. Still got some thinning to do. And this is still hooked on. That's all going away. I'm going to follow these out, identify them. Those are the save box. That's the alternator wire and the AC wire. And here is the extras. And there's the loom of the tape. So that's where we're at. So the next thing I'm going to do is go into my files and find this harness and start identifying the loose wires that end up at the ECU and trim some of this off. And we still got to trim some of those off too. A few of those plugs go away. So there we have it. Time for a break. So this is the end of part one of thinning out the harness to the engine circuit for the Subaru motor. There'll be a part two coming right after this one. So I'm going to end this here and look forward to the next one. Bye. Yes, this is me with my dad changing the tire on the Corvair.